It's 1 second had ticked off, Brian, so we get that second back.
Every second matters.
Every second matters, and that second tip mattered as Cole Henry is able to win it. We're underway. Cowboys moving left to right in their white uniforms. Spartans in their black uniforms moving right to left. Henry goes up, and it was blocked by Mario.
Yeah, one of the best shot blocking teams in the conference. I believe they're right at third. That was a big play to start the game.
Yeah, Mario, 21 blocks now on the year. He's part of that starting 5 for the Spartans. He's got it inside against Cole Henry. A mismatch in terms of height. Everybody essentially is a mismatch against Mario, but Henry says, you block me on one side, I'll block you on the other.
Yeah, height doesn't measure the heart, as we all know. And Cole Henry, as Coach Sundance Wicks would call him, a man's man. He is about that life. He's so proud to coach him, and he's ending the year playing some of his best ball.
Henry is starting along with Magassa, Nesbitt, Allen, and Agbem. Here's Henry in the paint. Left hand goes up, gets it. Oh, thought it was going to roll in. Goes off every part of the iron. And here comes Yep for San Jose State. And it's stolen away by Agbem. He throws it off the leg of Aduje. And we are back and forth, Brian, in this first minute and 3.
Just getting some of the jitters out early on, getting people on their feet, you know.
San Jose State.
Building suspense, that's what it is.
Yeah. 2-8 on the road are the Spartans. They have never beaten Wyoming here at the Arena Auditorium. Henry with it, over to Agbem. Agbem drives in. Agbem looking outside. Magassa landed off to Nesbitt. Nesbitt driving in. Nesbitt has to kick it outside. Henry over to Agbem, 10 on the shot clock. Nice pass inside. Henry now an extra pass from Magassa, goes up and under, can't quite get it. Mario was there.
Yeah, making an extra pass, but the shot changing at the rim. So effective so far for San Jose State.
Henry gets the board. Teams are combined 0 of 5 shooting so far, almost 2 minutes into the game. Agbem with it. He had 22 against Air Force on Tuesday. Nesbitt had a big second half. Henry driving in. Henry up strong, and he is fouled by Hall.
Yeah, good job again. Continue. You see every possession so far. No one's settled. Everyone's attacked the paint and gotten right to the rim, and this time rewarded with a trip to the foul line.
Henry will go and shoot 2. He's a 46% free throw shooter on the year. And hits the first one. 16 points on 8 of 11 shooting on Tuesday. Both were career highs for Henry. Played the entire second half with 3 fouls as he missed the second free throw shot, and played really solid defense in the second half. No good on the layup attempt by Aduje. Magassa was there to provide some disruption. Pull-up 3 for Nesbitt off the back iron, and rebounded by San Jose State.
Yeah, so far you can tell baskets are hard to come by in this game.
Yeah, 3-point shooting was what did the Cowboys in against San Jose State in the last meeting on January 25th. Just 19.4% from beyond the arc. Here's a drive in by Hall, and he's fouled by Allen.
Yeah, Hall, the Texas product. Comes from Sulphur Springs by way of Stephen F. Austin. And has been an energy athlete for this team, and someone Coach Miles has been happy to add with his toughness into the lineup. Yeah,
toughness, some quick hands, 29 steals, 7.5 points a game, 5 rebounds, and there's been no easy baskets so far, Brian.
No.
You got to earn it tonight.
I mean, even the foul line, because it's such a gritty game so far, the foul shooting hasn't even been as great as you would think.
And San Jose State is a good free throw shooting team. 74% is third in the Mountain West Conference.
Yeah, something that they do very well. Meanwhile, Wyoming, 10th in the Mountain West Conference, shooting 64%. So free throws will be a big part of this game. I would imagine the evenly matched squads, buckets will be hard to come by in this game, so free throws will be big.
Well, it's 1-1 right now. 17-15 to go.
Don't get out of your seats yet.
Henry, nice move, gets it to lay in. Playing with some confidence, Cole Henry.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Henry gets that one to go, and the substitution taking out the big for San Jose that was blocking shots does make such a difference now that have just a little bit less length inside.
Yeah, Sadrak Nganga is in, and he's at 6'10", so you do lose a few inches, and there's a shot from Nganga, no good, rebounded. Now Yap will try the three. That's no good. Nesbitt goes up, blocked, or hit over rather, to Dante Allen. He gets it up to Agbam. Agbam driving in, step back jumper, no good, and rebounded by Nganga.
Yeah, shot he makes at regularity, and you want to see him get too early in this game.
The Duje from the corner gets it to roll. Timeout called by Wyoming. 16:18 to go in the first half. It's a 4-3 lead in favor of San Jose State. Kyle Houston, Brian Burton with you from the Arena Auditorium. And Brian, shots hard to come by. Buckets even harder to come by early on in this game.
Yeah, you see Coach Wicks calling a timeout, very frustrated with one of those game plan mistakes that probably was a scouting report thing, right? You're leaving the best shooter, if I believe it might have been Allen that was supposed to be guarding him, left him wide open, and not somebody you want to see have the ball going early if you're Wyoming. Meanwhile, if you're San Jose, that's the kind of toughness you need, is just being able to get a basket to go early in the game where you're struggling to score.
Yeah, Duje, reigning sixth man of the year. He's had 20-plus points 11 different times this year, 16 points a game. We highlighted him in the open and just what he can do. 6'5", 190 guard from London. Coming out of this timeout, if you're Wyoming, Brian, what are you looking to accomplish?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job establishing the inside, wanting to get points there. I think anytime you can get Obi going, it's always a good thing. So I would say one of those two things, something either at the rim or to get your leading scorer an open look. And, yeah, just trying to take patient possession still, control they're not going to play a very fast-paced game, but you definitely want to make sure. And I think Coach Wicks is probably spending more time talking about the defensive end and what he really wants to see improve there.
3 points so far in this game for the Cowboys, all coming from Cole Henry. Cowboys sitting at 12-15 this year, 5-11 in conference. 8-5 at home. San Jose State 12-16, 5-11 in conference play, and 2-8 on the road. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Cowboys ball. Oleg Kolyunets is in the contest. Magassa back in. It's A.J. Wills, Obi Agbam, and Dante Allen to round out the five for Wyoming. Here's it inside to Kolyunets. Kolyunets kicks it outside. Nice pass. Wills can't get it, and it's rebounded by San Jose State. Pasha Gadarzi in the game. Davis drives in with a lot of speed, has to pull up outside to Gadarza, now to Latrell Davis. He had 22 points off the bench against Wyoming in late January. Yap with it. Yap dribbling. Yap against Kolyunets. Yap up and no good. Rebounded by Dante Allen.
Yeah, you see both teams making some subs, getting into their bench, seeing how those bench points may be able to step up. And here you see Agbam with the first good look of the day, and he goes down.
Had a hand in his face. Doesn't matter for Obi Agbam. 6'4" Wyoming.
Yeah, great design play, both the last two possessions by Wicks to be able to get wide open looks from three, something that they do at a high clip percentage-wise, but they need to produce more makes from three to really help their scoring.
Aduje going up against Magassa. Passes inside, blocked by Kolyunets. 2-on-2 developing, now a 3-on-2. Here's Agbam over to Wills. Wills passes it. Kolyunets deflects it, didn't realize Allen was there. And the Cowboys will set up in their offense. Agbam gets a screen. Agbam, little crossover. Three-pointer, nothing but net. What a move from Obi Agben.
As cool as the other side of the pillow. Just something he does so well, so easy. Just to drag back, crossover to create the space, and knocks down back-to-back triples.
Yeah, he is so good at creating space, and he's got 6 points. Cowboys with a 5-point lead, stolen by Allen. Allen and Agben coming up. Allen driving in, and he was fouled on the drive. Gedarzi with the foul.
Yeah, and if you remember, we talked about they're going to increase their defense from that last time out, which has led to this, but there's not enough defense that can stop that young man when he gets in his bag and his shimmy to be able to create space as good as anybody in this conference. Shooting threes off the dribble is not something that's an easy thing to do. Everyone wants to practice it, but hard to do with the lights on. And now the 6-0 run becomes an 8-0 run. Cowboys starting to play exactly how Coach Wicks wanted them to play when he called that timeout. That's why coaches are so good at calling those timeouts right there. If only it was that easy.
Yeah, exactly. You would love every timeout for your team to listen to you and put into play, but you might wonder, hey, it was 4-3 at that point.
Yeah.
It's early in the game. You just give up a three-pointer. It doesn't seem like it would be that big of a moment. But
if you're a coach, it's always a big moment.
Yeah, exactly. You have that feel of saying, hey, we need to lock some things down.
Well, yeah, it's every possession, and you know this game is so important for both teams. They're tied in the standings, both trying to get some advantage going into the tournament. And there you go. Now the run continues. Now a 10-0 run, and you're seeing the extra effort plays now, the offensive rebounds, something they did so well in San Jose in that first game.
Goyenetz with his first 2 points. He's been slowly getting some increased playing time in 2025. And provides some length off the bench, especially with Matija Belic out today. Went down hard against Air Force. Rebounded by Goyenetz, just takes it out of the hands of Sadadri Hall.
Yeah, snatched that one. Just said, I want the ball more than you do. Great skip pass.
Corner three.
Timeout needed as the Cowboys 13-0 run, 15-3 run after that timeout, and they are on fire. Here you see the great pass by Agben, right on time, on target to his teammate in the corner, connecting for the tray ball.
15-3 run over the last 4:30. 13-0 run, as you mentioned, Brian. What a job for the Wyoming Cowboys. And you talked about it. It's been the defensive stands that have led to this offensive production.
Well, they've held them scoreless the last 3.5 minutes. You know, they haven't scored a field goal in that time. And, you know, we mentioned they shoot, Wyoming does, shoots the three at a great percentage. They're one of the best percentages. They're number 3 in the conference, but they don't make a lot of them per game. So them already at 3 of 5 is big for them just to get some separation. One thing we talked about before the game started was they need to get off to a great start. They can't dig a hole like they did last game and be able to come back against Air Force. They're not going to be able to have that luxury very often, and they have listened to the message from their head coach. They have responded, and that's something that's big for Coach Wicks and his club. He wants to see his team respond. He's been proud of how they've responded all year long to some hard stretches, but we need to respond today in this game.
Here's Hall, drives in, gets the basket, and one.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. It's not about height all the time. It is about heart, and Day Hall is somebody known to play with a lot of heart and tenacity, and the smallest at his position on the floor doesn't matter. Finds a way to get it done and get the hoop and the harm.
It ends a 13-0 run for the Cowboys, and they'll have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Oh. So San Jose State, after the missed free throw, they'll get the possession back. Kobe Newton coming in. Dante Allen will get a talking to from Sundance Wicks coming off the court. Here's Hall. Now Yap with it. Yap driving, kicks it out. Davis for three, no good. Rebounded by Agbem. Agbem brings up court. He's got Wills to his left, drops it off to Newton. Newton, step back three, no good. Koyanets goes up and it was knocked away. Not too often when Koyanets is on the floor, he's got a height disadvantage, but going up against Mario, he's given up 2 inches.
Definitely a height disadvantage there.
Mario steps back, 3 balls short, and Kobe Newton comes flying out of nowhere and grabs the board.
Yeah, San Jose just 1 of 7. Hall making that last and one was their last made field goal. Really struggling to score. Defense picking up for Wyoming. Can they keep the offensive efficiency going? And they earn a trip to the line.
We will take a timeout. Abu Magasa going to the line to shoot 2. Cowboys with a 10-point lead.
Credit Union One offers everything you need to get the most out of your accounts every day. With digital banking, you can pay bills online, set up personalized budgeting tools, easily transfer money between accounts, and more. Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days sooner when you set up direct deposit. Get started at cu1.com.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Fremont Motors is a proud sponsor of Wyoming athletics. From the field to the court, we're cheering on the Cowboys and Cowgirls every step of the way. As Wyoming's largest dealership group, we've been locally owned and operated since 1938, driven by the spirit that makes this state great. With 10 brands and 13 locations, we're here to help you score big. Shop hundreds of new and used vehicles at FremontMotors.com. Fremont Motors. We are Wyoming. Go Pokes!
Cowboys leading the Spartans 16-6, 11:42 to go in the first half. Well, the University of Wyoming is honoring a true Wyoming Cowboy today. Mark Depew played for the University of Wyoming football team in the early 1980s. He was a past Cowboy Joe Club president, board member, and chair of the Cowboy Joe auction. And what a nice tribute to this former Cowboy today, with his jersey number displayed on his seat in the arena auditorium. Mark was a good family friend of ours and my parents, good family friend to a lot of people I know. There's a great contingent of people right now that celebrated his life earlier today, and they're continuing the celebration in Cheyenne, doing what Mark would have loved to do, and that's watch his beloved Wyoming Cowboys. So, Mark, we love you and miss you. To his wife, Angie, we want to give you all the love that we can. And what a great way to honor truly a truly great Wyoming Cowboy.
Yeah, that was a beautiful gesture and nice, just respect to pay. Always hard when you lose important members of your family. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I mean, he was just always, always just watching the Cowboys. Always, at tailgates and stuff, just made everything a good time. He was, like I said, a good friend of my parents.
Yeah.
And a few other family friends that we have. So, he's always just fun to talk to. And, you talk about the University of Wyoming, and once you're a Cowboy, you're always a Cowboy.
For
so
sure.
Even though he had played in the early 80s, he's always a part of this university, as are everybody that played here. And that's why it's such a great thing to be able to honor him today. Yap goes up and gets fouled. Back into
the
some
best way
gameplay.
for the Cowboys to honor him would be to get a victory, which of course he would love to be able to celebrate. This 14-2 run has had a lot to do with this lead that they have, and San Jose has really struggled to get field goals. The free throw line has been, as we've mentioned, is going to be big in this game, and definitely them needing to convert. They're one of the top in the conference, as we've mentioned, and Wyoming wants to start defending without putting them on the line and making them have to earn those field goals.
2 of 14 from the field for San Jose State. So Cowboys are doing a good job, but San Jose State's drawn a couple of fouls on the last couple of possessions. 2 of 4 from the line. Ziap is trying to make it 3 of 5 as a team. And he does. The bodies go flying. And we'll continue play.
Physical even on the non-plays.
Yeah. Here's Wills. Wills had the corner 3 earlier. Newton inside. Nesbitt. Back to Newton. Now Agben. Henry back in the game. Newton with it. He'll swing it to Wills. Wills, Newton, and Agben playing outside. Now here's Henry. 7 on the shot clock. Henry looking for Agben. 5 to shoot. Agben. Step back 3. No good. And rebounded by San Jose State. Good defensive stand by the Spartans there.
Yeah, there was a part of that possession early where Nesbitt had a size advantage inside. Coach wanted him to take advantage. He didn't. And San Jose says, well, we'll take advantage inside. Get some easy points there.
Dujay's got 5.
Yeah, Dujay scored 20 points or more 11 times this season. And that time Nesbitt said, okay, coach, I got you. Calm down. I'm going to take advantage this time. And nice soft touch off the glass.
Nesbitt, his first 2 points. That's 7 in the game against Air Force, along with 10 boards. Provided some energy in that second half. So here's a nice drive from Dujay. You don't want to let him get hot. You talked about it earlier. He's got that corner 3. But Josh Dujay, one of the best scorers in all of Mountain West Conference play.
Yeah, reigning 6th man of the year. In a bigger role this year. The number 8 scorer in the conference, can get buckets with the best of them. Speaking of buckets, another 3 goes down for number 3, his second 3 of the night.
Shooting about 47% from 3-point range, and a timeout called by San Jose State. It's back to a 10-point lead for the Wyoming Cowboys. Here's a look. That pass and 3 from Wills.
Yeah, just more ball movement. A little bit late on the closeout. Hand down, man down, making them pay from downtown.
And it's good to see Wills with those confident 3-ball shots. Sometimes we see A.J. Wills, and he's really looking at that true point guard, looking to distribute. But they're saying, hey, you're in here right now. We want you to shoot the 3. It's what you're best at.
Yeah, something he does bring to the table. You make a great point. And, you know, anytime you get bonus points that you're not expecting, especially from 3, the 3-point line, just such a great separator in our game in college basketball. And so for him to add 6 points and 2 threes, it really stretches the defense now, because now they have to guard him and think about him making those threes. As a team, they've shot 4 of 8, so it opens up the rim, opens up the paint, the basket. So good sign for Wyoming so far. Let's see what the Spartans can do. They've responded well. They haven't let this game get too far out of hand, despite the runs and despite not being able to score the way that they want to.
Dujay with it, working against Nesbitt. Hands it off. Nesbitt, he goes against Davis. Now Nganga makes a move against Koyanets, and a foul as Nganga was going off to shoot it. Hey, Pokes fans, the 2025 Mountain West Basketball Championships are right around the corner. All session passes and hospitality packages are still available, and the priority seating deadline is February 22nd. That's today. Don't miss the Pokes in Sin City. Visit gowyo.com/tickets to get yours today. Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. Cowboys, they beat UNLV at the Thomas and Mack earlier this year. So maybe that's a good omen as they head toward Vegas here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, great place to have the tournament every year. And 2 free throw misses. The crowd apparently likes that. I don't know if they get a gift or reward that I missed. Do they get free custard from Freddy's? That's what it is. So that's why they're cheering.
Absolutely. You can't go wrong with free custard from Freddy's Freeze.
I got to figure out how I can get some of that free custard after the game. Come on, man. Does that count for announcers? That's the real question.
You know, I don't know, but maybe one of the students, we could see if they can get us something after the game. Here's a corner three. No good, but rebounded by Nganga. Going up against Koyenets. Good D, now passes to Davis. Davis stops and throws it up, and it's poked away by Koyenets.
Looks like we might have a little bit of a change of call.
And they're going to change the call.
Yeah, here you see the replay off of San Jose. Made the correct adjustment to the call.
Cole Henry will come in for Koyenets.
Well, you talk about
lead.
Yeah, you talk about two well-coached teams, and it's hard to measure by their record because the Mountain West is such a strong conference. We've talked about it time and time again. A 6-bid league last year won't quite be that, but will be another multi-bid year. But these two gentlemen have similar backgrounds, come from smaller schools to the Mountain West to become head coaches. And speaking of coming from a smaller school, Mr. Nesbitt said, hey, I just transferred in. I leveled up. Let me get this in one and show you exactly how I get down. You see the Barkley dribble showing his physicality. They wanted the charge. He said, I'm a flex instead, and head to the foul line.
Well, Jordan Nesbitt is so effective when he uses that 6'6", 210 body and drives in. He's got that power. He's got that athleticism. And when he can do that, it adds another level to this offense. He's obviously an outstanding rebounder, and that's what he's going to bring you. But a number of double-doubles on the year, and I mean, he's just strong. Here's a three ball that is good from Aduje.
Tell you what, you just talk about one of those guys that you know puts in the work, just a silent killer. Another three-pointer goes down, so efficient from field goals. The more he shoots, the better things that will happen for San Jose because he's such an effective scorer. Not a volume guy. Puts up great numbers, but very efficient.
The timeout. Cowboys 25, Spartans 15, 7:43 to go in the first half. Back to the Double A after this.
What's riding on the show, but driving is just about everything. It's about duty, it's about pride, it's about freedom, it's about your life. Don't risk it, drive sober.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink. Designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best, because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
Ah, Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Like half zip, kind of quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheetah looking?
No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle-dazzle on the field, the barn, or your best friend's nuptials.
So the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football,
Stuck zipper here.
it's easy to Sunday.
Brian Burton, the three ball has been working for the Cowboys today.
Yes, and it's mainly because of two guys. Number 5, you see him back-to-back threes, one off the catch, one off the bounce, and then now he says, I'm going to find my teammate and let him make it rain as well. These two gentlemen have both combined for those 4 threes. They're both 2 of 3 from distance, and two guys you do not want to let get heated up if you are San Jose.
Obi Agbem is tied for the team lead, 6 points. Him along with A.J. Wills. Some spread out scoring for the Cowboys. 10-point lead for Wyoming, and Davis walks.
Yeah, Davis, one of the better three-point shooters in the conference, something he does well. But they want him to shoot it, not travel, if you're the coaching staff over there. But another stop for the Cowboys. They're looking to build on. They've made their last 3 field goals, seeing if they can build on this lead. Alley-oop didn't quite go as well as he expected. Usually he's on the receiving end of those, not the passing end.
He was looking for Magassa, and it goes off the rim. Here's Yap working against Wills. Yap delivers it inside. Hall going up against Henry. No good. And it's taken away by the Cowboys. Here's Nesbitt. Nesbitt driving. Nesbitt kicks it to Henry. Henry slams it down.
Kind of what I was talking about, the receiving end. So, hey, let me get back to rolling to the rim. Nice job by Nesbitt, attacking the paint with force, making a face-high pass to his big man for the dunk.
He had 3 dunks against Air Force on plays similar to that. Cowboys love playing that with Henry. Here's Hall, gets Henry to jump and then goes up with the left hand.
Yeah, gotta love it about Hall. So crafty, able to attack, playing the 5 right now, undersized to say the least, but again, not gonna outmatch his toughness. One of those guys from Texas that is another warrior.
Nesbitt goes up, no good, rebounded by Magassa. Now to Agben, 3 ball, no problem.
Left the wrong one open. Of all the people in the gym, he's got the highest percentage clip, and he is ready to let it fly. And his 3rd one goes in, which is, again, a great sign for Wyoming. Anytime he gets easy baskets, only had 7 points at San Jose. Anytime he gets easy baskets, it makes everything easier for the rest of this club offensively.
And it was a second chance opportunity because of the rebound from Magassa. As Magassa goes up and gets the board. Oh, tried to throw it to Agbem, and out of nowhere comes Yap.
Yeah, Magassa's just using his effort. One of those things, coach calls it TNT. Here you see the pass inside for the big man, and then here you see the pass outside. The passing right now, the assists for Wyoming. 7 assists in this game so far, but Coach Sundance Wicks calls it TNT, takes no talent. The things that they need to be great at take no talent, and that unselfishness, those extra effort plays, that last play, he wanted his big man to keep it instead of trying to pass it, turning it over, but cannot fault the effort. And then great job by San Jose stealing the pass that earned a trip to the line, something they do so well.
11-point lead, and Cowboys travel off of the inbound. A little unforced error from the Cowboys coming up court.
Just enough pressure, just being around, hanging around, kind of surprised them. Forces a turnover, and that's what San Jose, whatever you can do on the road from a toughness standpoint to just stay in the game and give yourself a chance when it comes down to the stretch.
Here's Hall for 3.
Crazy story with Hall. It tells you how far back I go. I actually signed this young man when I was coaching in D1 basketball 5-6 years ago now, and he's still playing, doing his thing. Good player, good young man.
It shows the eye for talent that you have. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, and the level I signed him to was much lower than the Mountain West, so I was spot on with that one.
Yeah. It's rebounded by Davis. Davis to Aduje. Aduje for 3, got it.
And here the run is for the Spartans. Again, just enough grit. Coach loves coaching the underdogs. That's what makes him, what's made his career, to be honest. Had an outstanding stint at so many different stops, including Colorado State in this league. Coach Miles has, and he's done a wonderful job at San Jose in an era where San Jose's won more than they've won in a very long time, if at all, if you really look into the numbers. It's a little harder now with the NIL and the transfer portal, being able to retain talent from when he first got hired, but you see his team responding with an 8-0 run over the last minute, just with that road toughness we talked about in the open.
Here's Nesbitt. Nesbitt turns, pops, and too strong from Jordan Nesbitt. All of a sudden, just a 5-point lead for the Cowboys. Washington Stolen by Nesbitt. Nesbitt by himself. Nesbitt slams it.
Much needed play with the turnover that leads to an explosive dunk. Nesbitt wanted to get that last jumper that fell short back. He did, makes up for it, and helps his team respond to this run that the Spartans are on.
Here's Hall, hands it off. 3-ball for Yap, and gets it to bounce in.
Yeah, they are not going away. They know this game is critically important. Both these teams getting a little bit undermatched in some of the matchups talent-wise in this league, but they are always playing to the end, and this one looks like it'll be no different.
It's a 4-point lead for the Wyoming Cowboys. Most recently, a 2-point steal and dunk from Jordan Nesbitt.
A stroke is a physical event and an emotional event.
It's our job to encourage them when they are down.
We really focus on individualizing everything to that specific person and what they need from us.
You need people to care, and you need them around you. And that's what the area was, a safe place to be.
Wyoming, a place where the spirit of the West runs deep, where tradition meets progress, where every journey is an adventure, and every adventure tells a story. Step aboard and let your dreams take flight. Laramie Regional Airport, the true essence of the West.
Cowboys with a 4-point lead over the San Jose State Spartans. 3:34 to go in the first half. Kyle Houston and Brian Burton with you from the Arena Auditorium. There's no better way to be in the game than through membership in the Cowboy Joe Club. For as little as $100 per year, you can make a direct impact on UW student athletes while earning top-tier benefits. Visit cowboyjoeclub.com to learn more and join today. 7,220 feet in elevation. We're at the Arena Auditorium.
Yeah, great job by San Jose State crawling back into this game, just down 4 and now down just 2 points based on the leadership of that man right there. As Mark Jackson would say, dear mama, there goes that man. 15 points in the first half, completely willing his team back in this game.
You look at Aduje and Hall, they're 9 of 12. Here's Magassa, and a foul on the floor. So Aduje and Hall are 9 of 12. The rest of the team, 1 of 14. So those two, especially Aduje, really just willing this team and keeping them in the ballgame.
Yeah, and great breaks right there. Drives full speed, comes to a stop, steps through, completely under control, knowing exactly what he wants to do on the floor. I mentioned his efficiency. 6 of 8 from the field right now, 3 of 3 from long range, has 3 rebounds, and really, again, has just played fantastic basketball, leading his team to a 13-2 run.
And 4 of the last 4 field goals. Newton to Henry, 8 on the shot clock. Henry driving in against Mario, goes up, no good, rebound, put back, Abu Magassa.
Right place, right time. That's that TNT that coach talks about. Takes no talent, just takes a lot of will and effort. The young man is flying around, making plays that are making a difference.
2 offensive boards for Magassa. It's led to 5 points. The 3 ball from Obi Agbem on that rebound and kick out, and then this tip slam.
Yeah, that energy is contagious. You need this basket, and again, right place, right time, helps the crowd stay into it, helps your team stay into it, especially going into the half.
He was the Mountain West Freshman of the Week earlier this season. As Newton fires off a three, that's way too strong, and rebounded by Davis. Davis brings it up. Aduje working against Henry. Aduje, man, it is so tough to stop that man right now.
Putting on a clinic, straight up and down, putting on a clinic.
17 points, 7 of 9 shooting is, along with Hall, kept the Spartans in this game.
Yeah, pursuing shots at the rim. Layups are the most highest percentage shot you can shoot. And he is attacking the paint, getting just that.
Davis driving against Newton. Davis kicks it outside. Mario for three, no good. Rebounded by Magassa. We've seen the big man shoot the three ball a couple of times, hasn't hit, but he's a 38% three-point shooter. Not afraid to step out. Here's Magassa, another slam. What a pass, what a finish, what a game so far for Abu Magassa.
Yeah, the underrated play again by Obi Agbem, creating offense for his teammates. He said, I'm going to reward my big man just like he did on an offensive rebound. Kick out three, I'm going to reward him this time for a dunk.
9 points, 2 assists for Agbem. 7 points and 4 boards for Magassa. 4-point lead for the Cowboys, under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Davis against Henry, gets it to roll, and one.
Davis said, I'm going to get three, not only from behind the arc, but I'm going to get it inside the arc too with this and one right before the half, showing the muscle, the creativity, the focus to finish.
Here's the pass and the finish from Magassa, and then Davis on the other end. We mentioned he had 22 points off the bench against Wyoming in the January 25th contest. Helped San Jose State to that victory. That was his first 2 points. Now his first 3. So he's trying to help Aduje. He's trying to help Hall and Yap. And it's a 1-point game. Wills driving against Washington. Wills kicks it outside. Agbem for three. Obi Agbem on fire.
Flame throwing is what we call that. He is throwing flames. His 4th-3 of the game, 4 of 5. None coming at a better time than going into the half, giving his team an extra spark. Can San Jose respond as they have made 6 of their last 8 field goals?
7 on the shot clock. Davis directing traffic. Davis driving in. Davis up and in. 4 seconds. Here's Agbem. Agbem up to Wills. 1 second to shoot. Passes to Newton. Newton fires it up. No good. And that's how the first half will end.
That's where Josh has done most of his work. He has made 3 threes, which you give him credit on those. You'd rather have him shooting out there, though. He shoots almost 50% on the year in conference play. You don't want him at the rim. As they start the half, those are the type of shots you want him to have to take. Contested, highly challenged shots.
It was rebounded by Mario. Here's Yap with it. Yap working against Magassa. He had a good first half. Hands it off. Agbem defending, can't get it. Hall goes up, gets the rebound, and second chance opportunities. Ties up this game.
Yeah, he's proven his word time and time again. Again, another one of those underdog type of players that Coach Miles thrives with. Undersized, but not underhearted. Another offensive rebound putback.
Nesbitt driving in. Nesbitt lost his footing, and he walks. Coming up gingerly a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't talked a lot about the offensive rebounds for San Jose, but they have 7 in this game, and they've been able to create some second chance points for themselves from their 6 second chance points in the game, and every bit of those matter. So Wyoming needs to do a good job limiting them to second chances and limiting to just 1 shot.
Washington can't get it. Allen goes up for the rebound. Washington, 1 of the 5 on the floor for the Spartans right now. Start this second half. Agbem, nice move. Obi hesitates, now moves it back to Allen. Haven't called Allen's name a ton. 0 for 1 shooting No points for Dante Allen. He averages 10 in Mountain West Conference play. Agbeb kicks it outside. Nesbitt 8 on the shot clock. Nesbitt hesitates, fires, got it. Jordan Nesbitt for 3.
Big basket, another 3 going down from another player on this team. Now the third Cowboy to make a 3, and Nesbitt into the shot clock, knows he has that kind of a light from coach. Big one to see that one go in.
10 points for Jordan Nesbitt. Here's Hall. Hall goes up. Magassa, good D, but a foul is called.
Yeah, good job taking his time, being patient here for Hall. Here you see the face-up 3. End of shot clock. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Meanwhile, Hall able to get just enough contact. Doesn't shy away, and part of being undersized and being tough is you have to be physical. Hall, a physical player, able to earn another foul line trip.
Third foul on Magassa. Magassa didn't agree with the call.
I'm still getting used to the 6 and the 9
Yeah.
and all these different numbers you can wear now for college basketball that you couldn't wear before. 16. They had some limitations before. It used to be 1 to 5, and you could either digit could be 0 through 5, but now they've changed it. We got 8, we got 9. Just again, the new age of college basketball.
If you were still playing, would you choose one of those numbers?
I would not, but I appreciate you asking me.
Agbem hesitates. Agbem 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nesbitt. Nesbitt driving in behind the back. Magassa, extra pass goes up, and Mario with the block.
Yeah, that's just, again, they're one of the best shot blocking teams in the conference. Good extra passing. You got to like the unselfishness. But when you're going against that kind of height and length that is, you know, kind of unprecedented in most cases, you have to be able to go through the contact and can't just go up in space, because that's where they excel at blocking shots.
7-2 with long arms. Here's Aduje, guarded by Allen. Koyenets goes out to guard Mario. Here's Washington, goes baseline. Washington 5 to shoot. Washington against Koyenets. Washington, step back, jumper. No good. Here comes Nesbitt. Great hustle play. Nesbitt, 3-on-2 for the Cowboys. Nesbitt drives up, lays it in. What a play from start to finish from Jordan Nesbitt. Here's Yap on the other end. Yap goes, can't answer, and rebounded by Magassa.
Back-to-back transition, that's where Nesbitt excels. San Jose not able to connect, and here's Wyoming going again.
Allen attacks Mario and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Pace of the game started to pick up. This is something Nesbitt does so well in transition. His speed, his athleticism, his strength and power shows the inside hand finish. And then Allen follows it with an attack to the basket and was able to get fouled. They have not been to the line near as much as San Jose. This is just their 6th and 7th attempt. Meanwhile, San Jose has been there 12. Big free throws. Every point in this game, again, so crucial just because of how evenly they have similar records on the year, similar exact same record in conference. Played a close game in San Jose, California. Not as close as Coach Wicks wanted it to be down the stretch, but this game here, he would love to have a double-digit victory, kind of like the Spartans were able to do there.
And Ganga outside to Aduje. Aduje working against Nesbitt. Aduje now with Koyenets. Nesbitt back to Aduje. Nesbitt switches off, and Davis with it. 7 seconds. Davis moving to his left, now his right. Davis drives in, eye off the glass, no good. And it is brought down by a combination of Allen and Magassa. They willed that out of the hands of Nganga. Here comes Agbem.
Yeah, 50-50 plays, both Wyoming players fighting for it. That pass a little too low for the 7-footer to reach it.
Nganga working against Koyenets. Moves in, goes up, can't get it, and a foul is called. And we will go to a timeout. Cowboys 46, Spartans 41 back to the AA after this.
The March to Madness begins in Vegas with the battle for the Mountain West title. Played out across 7 days of non-stop men's and women's basketball. Feel the energy in the heart of Las Vegas. Be there live March 9th through 15th. Buy your tickets now to be a part of Mountain West Madness. Visit vmw.com/2025 to secure your spot today.
At SJSU, college is so much more than what happens in a classroom.
Work alongside faculty in a research lab.
Stage a theatrical production.
Monitor the health of marine life.
Make something for the silver screen.
Win a national championship.
Silicon Valley is more than a location.
It's an idea.
It's a belief.
That big things
can begin here.
So what are you going to do as LJC?
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Brian Burton, I got to ask you, if you weren't broadcasting today, would you be on that chairlift hitting the slopes right now?
Now, I wouldn't, but my wife and kids did go yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Leading up to the game right there in Snowy Range.
It is a beautiful day in Laramie right now, and the Cowboys with a 5-point lead over the San Jose State Spartans.
People didn't know it could look that good in Laramie.
No.
Come on.
It's truly beautiful, the Snowy Range there, and might have to head up at some point. I don't know. I skied when I was younger.
You gotta get back on it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little older. Maybe my knees might not be able to handle it.
They can handle it. Snowboard, ski, you can do it.
All right. Maybe you convince me. Meanwhile, we got a game to broadcast.
We got a free throw freeze. Freddie's free throw freeze. It worked in the first half.
Yeah,
sounds like there's some free custard going to the Wyoming faithful. Meanwhile, Coach Wick says, I don't care about the custard. I want to win the game. Looks like the offensive rebound goes off of Wyoming, so another one in that column. Offensive rebound number 9, I believe, for the Spartans.
Nganga to Aduje. Aduje driving in, kicks it outside to Yap. They swing it over to Hall. Hall driving against Magassa. Inside Aduje. Stops and pops. First 2 points of the second half for Aduje.
Yeah, just a variety of ways that this young man can score. That's an incredibly skilled play there. Soft touch in space, highly contested, but still able to knock it down.
Koyanets goes up, gets it to roll in, and one.
How about that finish? He didn't even actually get to shoot it. He just powered it up just enough so it could go up. The miracle off the glass. He's like, hey, that's just like I planned it. Hall does not like the call, but anytime the ball is low like that and somebody reaches in, they often call foul on that, but good job. Powered it up by the big fella. See if he can connect the free throw, and he does.
You know, in baseball, if you get a bloop hit or a bunt hit or something, the next day they say, hey, it was a line drive in the box score. So they'll look at that from Koyanets. He's going to say, I slammed it home, had a great layup. Didn't matter. Got it.
2 points is 2 points.
2 points is 2 points. It gives Cowboys a 5-point lead.
Yeah, it goes back to getting the ball in the paint consistently, and that was another paint finish.
All against Agbem. Good D from OB and reach-in foul on the floor.
Both teams selling in, though, to this part of the game where they are getting fouled and are drawing more fouls. Didn't see a lot of that in the first half, but definitely will play a factor when you get closer to the bonus. Nice job stepping behind the screen, knocking it down from distance.
Yeah, with his second three-pointer of the game. He's the third Spartan in double figures. He's got 10. 2-point lead for the Cowboys. Koyenets with it. Koyenets has it stolen away by Aduje. Little 3-on-2. Here's Davis. Davis goes up. He's fouled by Agbem and one.
The transition buckets. Another 3 points the hard way. Number 5 in transition. And again, Josh, great steal, great pickpocket. Gives it up so unselfishly right on time for his teammate to finish. Wyoming, when you turn it over, it's so hard to get back in transition defense. Unfortunately, Agbem picks up a foul on that one. San Jose, we talked about the consistency, the urgency to have that road toughness, and they are showing up in this half like a Tim Miles coach team that knows that they may be underdogs on the road, doesn't care. That's when they thrive.
First lead since it was 4-3 early in the first half for the Spartans. Cowboys at one point had a 13-point lead. San Jose State has hung in tough on the road. And a foul called against Yap.
Yeah, always an interesting time when Agbem's not in the game. Where are you going to produce your points? Who are you going to play through? It's not even so much just his scoring, but you can always play through him, and he draws so much attention versus when he's not in the game. Who can you play through? And Washington Jr. with the defensive tenacity to force the backcourt. Coach Wicks doesn't like it, more so from his own team, but Washington, great job defensively being disruptive.
Yeah, second over and back forced by the Spartans against A.J. Wills. Spartans have a 1-point lead. Washington against Allen. Now Nganga against Henry. He hands it off. Yap working with it. Thought about passing it. Throws it up and a blocking foul. Coach Sundance Wicks wanted to travel there. And it was Magassa with the foul. And that's his fourth.
Well, right now San Jose State Spartans are playing like Spartans, just being a tougher team on the attack. They've found a little bit of confidence, and they are just pulling on that thread. Back to the line for Yap. Already made a 3 this half. But attack aggressively enough. I don't know if that was a foul or not, but sometimes the game just rewards the team that is more aggressive.
Well, Magassa will go to the bench with his 4 fouls. Agbem back in. Yeah, misses both.
Does that mean more custard?
I think it means more custard.
Okay, does that mean so if you go, you get 2 now instead of 1? How about that?
Yeah.
Shout out to Freddy's Frozen Freeze Custard.
Agbem. He's got Henry. Kicks it over to Wills. Wills with it. Wills working against Aduje. 8 on the shot clock. Wills gets a screen. Wills looking for Henry. Finds Nesbitt. 5 on the shot clock. 3. Nesbitt. Long 3 ball. No good. And it rolls into the front row.
Just didn't puncture the 3-point line in that possession. Stayed literally on the perimeter, just passing around, and those are not the possessions that they want.
6-0 run for the Spartans over the last minute, some change. They have a 1-point lead, 13:30 to go in the second half. Kyle Houston alongside Brian Burton from the Arena Auditorium in Laramie, Wyoming. And Nganga for 3, no good. And you love to see that. 2 guys fighting over the rebound. Nesbitt brings it down. Here's Agbem. Over to Wills. Wills has a couple 3s today. Wills turnaround jumper, no good, and rebounded by Nganga.
Yeah, just still not getting the shot quality. Spartans making it hard on one end, and it could be a jump ball. Big play to stop Davis in transition. He's really been powerful at the rim. Multiple N1s in this game, and that time Willis able to tie it up.
Possession arrow goes in favor of the Cowboys. Good job not fouling there. Cowboys need a spark offensively. They've been quiet in this second half.
Yeah, haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and some change. Would imagine Agbem getting a play where he can be in it. There it is.
Had the look, just off a little bit on the left.
Yeah, to me in this game, let's if you're Wyoming, the message should be let's keep getting him the shot attempts. He only has 7 attempts in this game, but he's highly efficient, 4 of 7. So when you have a guy that's that efficient, get him more looks.
Yap with it. A one-on-one against Wills. Loses it for a moment, gets it back. Wills, good D, 4 to shoot. Aduje drives in. Aduje has to go over. Allen can't get it. Shot clock violation. Good defensive stand from the Cowboys and Dante Allen.
Yeah, very good job. Allen, his length and his athleticism does a really important role that he plays on that side of the ball. See if they can get another quality possession here. Henry also a big factor inside. They haven't quite gone inside in a while to him. The pick and roll has been good to them.
Washington called for the foul. 4th team foul for the Spartans. Cowboys have 5 team fouls. Washington's been stingy on D. Wills gets it back. Wills finds Henry up top. Henry drives in. Henry goes up and is fouled by Nganga. So they were listening to you, Brian, saying they want to get it inside to Henry.
I don't know if they're listening to me, but I know that we know who they need to go through and who's played well in this game. Henry's been a factor. He's 2 of 8, but his aggressiveness has been important. And again, you need to establish that. You go back to the Air Force game. You mentioned this coming off of his best career game as a Cowboy, so ride the wave while you have the opportunity. And the second trip to the line, he gets the roll. Friendly bounce.
Cowboys shooting almost 78% from the charity stripe. Henry hits them both. Cowboys retake the lead. Back and forth we go in this second half. Both teams sitting at 5 and 11 in the conference. We're down to the last few conference games before the Mountain West Conference tournament. Aduje to Davis, now Yap. Yap was fouled by Agben. And we will take a timeout. Close affair in Laramie. Cowboys 51, Spartans 50. Back after this.
Hey Pokes fan, it's Dante Allen of Wyoming basketball. I am so proud to call myself a Cowboy, and I will always honor the brown and gold. I'm asking you to join me in supporting the 307 campaign to help NIL efforts here at UW. When you give, you empower student athletes to ignite statewide change. You can learn more by visiting 1wyo.org. Go Pokes!
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Cowboys with a 51-50 lead over the San Jose State Spartans. Second half in Laramie, Wyoming. For more than 50 years, the Cowboy Joe Club has worked to provide critical scholarships and resources for our UW student athletes. Are you ready to make an impact, all while earning great benefits like game day parking and special event invites? Visit cowboyjoeclub.com to learn more and join today. Kyle Houston, Brian Burton with you. Brian, San Jose State has really, since kind of the midway point of that first half, have gotten themselves back into the game. They've played well in this second half. Coming out of the timeout, they're looking to regain the lead, but coming down the stretch in this last 11:30. It's shaping up to be a very good ending as a strong play from Davis ends up with a layup.
Yeah, San Jose has outscored Wyoming in the paint, and there you see the defensive pressure starting to pick up, something that they've done really well in this game as well.
Aduje goes up strong and finishes.
Yeah, he's a man amongst boys today on this court. Again, 21 points, 9 of 13 from the field, and just continue to make difficult plays when his team needs it the most on both sides of the ball.
Henry gets it outside to Allen. They go into Henry. Henry goes and lays it in.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier the pick and roll has been good to them. Henry diving to the basket as a roller has also been good for them, something they most likely will look to continue to do until San Jose State's able to make a stop on it.
Washington with it, outside. Hall stops and pops a three, no good, rebounded by Allen. Allen's got 5 boards. Cowboys looking to retake the lead. Agbem over to Allen, now Nesbitt. Nesbitt goes behind the back, drives in, and is fouled on the drive.
Yeah, here you see the replay of the dive to the basket off the roll. Good pass, way to keep the ball high. Almost got stripped, but able to finish an uncontested layup as the rotation was just a half a second too late.
Aduje called for the foul. Wyoming with a fresh 20. They trail by 1. Agbem moving to his left. Koyunets back into the game. Agbem pulls up, no good. Rebounded by Koyunets. Koyunets goes up, is fouled, and will go to the line.
Yeah, way to be physical that time. Again, that's what you have to be when you're going against that kind of a length of a shot blocker. Again, the TNT takes no talent type of plays to get an offensive rebound important for Wyoming. Also, both teams in the bonus the rest of the way, Kyle, so free throws will likely be the X factor that we mentioned in the first half.
No doubt about it. Koyunets hits the first one. 75% free throw shooter on the year. You can give the Cowboys the lead with this one. And he does. Cowboys 10 of 12 from the charity stripe. A stark difference. Almost double the percentage from the last time they played San Jose State, where they shot just 43% rather from the free throw line. It'll be huge coming down the stretch. As you mentioned, Brian, Hall hands it off to Aduje. Aduje working against Allen. Aduje moving to his right. Aduje drives in, high off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Mario, and nobody can grab it. It's poked away by the Cowboys.
Getting a little bit physical out there, Kyle.
Absolutely. Both teams know how much this means to them. They're locked neck and neck in the Mountain West Conference standings. Hall with a nice move goes up high off the glass. Hall's got 14 points. It's been really a 3-man show for San Jose State. Aduje 21, Hall 14, Davis with 10. Nesbitt driving in, gets Mario to jump, and Nesbitt will go to the line.
Yeah, again, you're going to see more attacking, more initiating of contact that time. Good job by Nesbitt getting the big up in the air and able to step in and kind of lower his shoulder to create some contact. Free throws will be big, and you see it's going back and forth. It's got a good flow to the game where both teams are able to find things that they can do offensively to produce points.
Nesbitt pure on the first one. Mario comes out. Aduje comes out as well. Yap and Nganga. So with Aduje out for the Cowboys, you'd love to use this couple of minutes while he's on the bench to extend this now 1-point lead.
Yeah, well, it feels like the game is opening up more offensively, which means it's really going to come down to who is the team that can string together more defensive stops, as both teams are getting into an offensive rhythm and able to draw fouls because of the bonus.
Here's Hall going against Agnew. Hall, nice move, nice pass, and Allen fouls Nganga, so Nganga will have to go to the line and earn a couple of points.
Well, I mentioned it earlier with being able to play through a player. They've been able to play through Hall because he's played so well in this game. He's 5 of 8. He has 14 points, but he also has 3 assists, which he's played the 4, he's played the 5, he's faced up the basket, he's offensive rebounded, he's posted. Great job getting into the teeth of defense for that assist, or at least assist attempt.
Nganga misses the first free throw.
Another free throw freeze for Freddy's. The third one of the game.
Crowd loves it. They'd love Wyoming to score here. Here's Nesbitt. Strong move. Nesbitt up, can't get it. Rebound no good, and poked away to the Spartans. A little 3-on-3 developing. Davis with his speed, but he kicks it out, and Washington will slow things down. Smart play by San Jose State.
Yeah, way to slow up the pace and control the possession, but on that rebound for Nesbitt, you're going one hand. That's one of those old school fundamental things of if you go with 2 hands, you got a better likelihood to come away with it.
A step back for Yap.
Yeah, just a soft touch. Great pace and change, deceleration on that one. The fast to slow to create the space on the fadeaway. Yap's played really well in the second half, especially 12 points now.
Wills into Koyanets. Koyanets tries to hand it off to Nesbitt. Looked like Koyanets trying to be a little too unselfish there.
Well, it's good defense by San Jose because as soon as he caught it, there was a man behind him. So he kind of was used to that play of let me pass it off. Kind of reacted a little bit instead of kind of making the actual read. Got to give credit to San Jose.
And a trap. We will go to a break. San Jose State with a 1-point lead, 7:41 to go in the second half from the Arena Auditorium.
You can tell a lot by the operation, by their employees, and Wyoming Machinery has great people.
Wyoming Machinery has put together a crew that really cares about the small business, and they've always been there for me.
There's a level of excellence that they operate at, from sales to service to the parts guys. The reliability of the CAT equipment just makes it so that day in and day out we can complete projects without having downtime on equipment.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for super fans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Well, 21 points in the second half so far for San Jose State, and they have a 1-point lead, Brian.
Yep, yeah, they do. They've been playing in transition, playing at the rim, playing with force. Again, playing with that toughness of we have to have this game on the road. Still just a 1-point lead and can go either way, but this is exactly what you would expect from a Tim Miles coach team. One of the best coaches in Mountain West. The history of this league, there's been a lot of great coaches, but he's done it at Colorado State. He's now doing it at one of the places that's the hardest to do it at. And I won't say making it look easy, but he does wear it well as far as the grit that you need to be able to win in these ball games. I believe one of the few teams this year that's beat New Mexico.
Yeah, it's a tough task to beat the Lobos this year. Nice pass. Obi Agam wide open, lays it in. Great pass from A.J. Wills.
Yeah, a beautiful design play by Coach Wicks to be able to get the back screen, to get his best player an easy layup off of a back screen.
Yeah, drive it in, hands it off, and Ganga goes up and strong and in.
Tell you what, they've lived in the paint playing downhill. Yap, great drive and keeps it up high to pass to his big man for that finish.
Wills will bring it up court. Washington has been on him like glue coming up the court. Wills was fouled on the pass. So Wills will go to the line, shoot the 1-and-1. It's the last foul to give for the Spartans in terms of the double bonus.
Yep.
9th team foul.
There'll be a lot of free throws again in this game. Double bonus. Wills has already made 2 threes in this game. You would think his shooting stroke is feeling good. Has 4 assists in 25 minutes of play. Great spark off the bench.
Can't get the front end, and it goes off of San Jose State, so Cowboys will get a fresh 20.
Yeah, the freshman creating extra possessions for his team again. Those intangibles that don't require talent is the part that Coach wants his team to excel in.
And Magassa playing with 4 fouls. Inbounds to Nesbitt. Nesbitt moves to his left. Nesbitt inside. Henry floats it in.
Another ball screen with Henry. Again, it has not been able to be stopped yet by San Jose. Good job turning the corner by Nesbitt to really draw the defense. Great pass to Henry with nice soft touch.
14 points for Nesbitt, 6 boards, 3 assists. Hall drives in.
Just a okey doke right there. Fakes the handoff, accelerates like a running back hitting the hole. Nice finish. Hall has been really, really good today.
Wills with it. Now to Magassa. Magassa has to kick it back outside. Wills getting the screen from Henry. Moves to his right. Over to Nesbitt. 7 on the shot clock. Nesbitt trying to create space. Nesbitt drives in. Nesbitt from the elbow. Pulls up. Can't get it.
Yeah, the thing that when Nesbitt is driving, he does a good job hitting the roller. I thought he missed his best shooter, Mr. Agnew himself, spotting up. But good defensive stop by the Spartans.
Davis to his left, now back to his right. Davis driving in. Davis, strong move.
So what, Davis has put together himself a game. Also, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, now 12 points after that finish.
Wills over to the corner. Nesbitt, corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Henry. Gives it to Wills. Wills goes up and gets it to roll. There was some contact, strong play.
He wasn't expecting it down there, but he said, all right, I'm down here. I might as well act like a big man real quick. And show him I'm a big guard with the finish in traffic with the contact. Falls down, number 3 with the nifty finish.
Wyoming is a place of unlimited potential, a place that inspires us to dream. Since 2014, Wyoming Lotto has given back over $180 million to our great state through transfers, winnings, commissions, and more. Dollars that have gone directly into your cities, towns, and counties. Dollars that have changed lives and set dreams in motion. Thank you, Wyoming, for a legendary 10 years. We can't wait to dream up what's next.
You first. It's our promise. For our members, our colleagues, everyone in our communities, it's how we work to better people's lives. Lifting you up, supporting your goals, it's what we do. It's how we help you achieve your best possible financial future. We are proud to be Wyoming. We are proud to put you first. We are proud to be Uniwyo.
Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Like half zip, kind of quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheetah looking?
No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle dazzle on the field, the bar, or your best friend's nuptials.
So the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football, it's easy to Sunday.
Back inside the Arena Auditorium in Laramie, Wyoming. Beautiful Saturday afternoon, and Wyoming Cowboys need to come back from a little 1-point deficit against the San Jose State Spartans. It is shaping up to be a fantastic finish. Josh Aduje, what more can you say about him right now? 21 points on 9 of 14 shooting, or number 9 for the Spartans.
Yeah, this will be his 12th game this season where he scored 20 points in. Just a guy who can absolutely get buckets, number 8 in the conference in scoring. And has been not only scoring, but doing it on the defensive side of the ball. And again, not a volume guy, not a guy who needs a bunch of shots in order to get that. He has been so efficient with 14 shot attempts.
Kyle Hewson and Brian Burton with you from the AA. Aduje, 9 on 9, goes up, gets it to float in. What a play from Aduje, creating that space, and it seems right now that whenever it's leaving his hands, it's going in.
Well, when you get in this kind of zone, it's just the game slows down for you. Everybody else is moving fast. He's taking his time and getting the exact speed he wants. You think you have him cut off, he can't get to the basket. He said, hey, I have a counter for that with this soft touch. Got to be able to keep the ball out of his hands or almost send 2 at him coming up soon.
Nesbitt with it. 4 on the shot clock. Wills for 3. Can't get it to roll. And rebounded by Hall, who moves it up to Yap. 3-point lead for San Jose State.
Yeah, this is the part of the game. This is winning time. It's the last 4 minutes. Just one more immediate timeout. But this is that time in the game where it's simulation of the most important possessions of this game have to execute.
3 ball with a hand in his face for Latrell Davis.
Davis makes about 2 threes a game. He hasn't made one this game. He's made a couple and ones, but that time right on time for his team, and then forcing the stop the other way, draws another foul.
And we will take a timeout. All of a sudden a 6-point lead for San Jose State. 3:42 to go in this second half. Back for the finish after this.
Crest Insurance is about more than providing coverage. It's about creating your safety net. We offer access to a national network of trusted carriers. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, we're here to help with a personal touch that's close to home. We're deeply invested in our communities, supporting local charities and initiatives that uplift those in need. Crest Insurance. Coverage you can trust. Service you can count on.
Your attention is precious. It should be focused here, on the start of your greatest adventure, on the miracle happening in front of you, and on the breakthroughs at hand. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming works hard to make navigating your healthcare easier. Because having the right health insurance means not having to think about it in the moments that matter most, letting you focus on you. That's the benefit of Blue.
Fremont Motors is a proud sponsor of Wyoming athletics. From the field to the court, we're cheering on the Cowboys and Cowgirls every step of the way. As Wyoming's largest dealership group, we've been locally owned and operated since 1938, driven by the spirit that makes this state great. With 10 brands and 13 locations, we're here to help you score big. Shop hundreds of new and used vehicles at FremontMotors.com. Fremont Motors. We are Wyoming. Go Pokes!
San Jose State 69, Wyoming 63, 3:42 to go in the second half. Wyoming faithful looking for a comeback from the Cowboys. San Jose State has never defeated the Cowboys here in Laramie. They're looking to do just that, and each team looking to improve to 6-11 in conference play. No doubt, this is a huge last 342, Brian.
Well, we mentioned it earlier, right? We're talking about both teams getting into an offensive flow, both teams in the bonus, and it's going to come down to who can get more stops. Well, San Jose Spartans have scored their last 7 of 7 field goals. They've been perfect. So, therefore, Wyoming has not been able to get the stops, and San Jose is getting even more confident, which is exactly what you don't want to happen as a home team. But as a road team, they are embodying that exact thing we're talking about in the beginning of this game when we talked about the keys, that toughness and that urgency on the road. They are displaying that right now as they are expanded to a 7-0 run.
Quick little timeout as I think that's Wills has to tie his right shoe.
And I kind of mentioned this earlier, right? I love Obi Agman's game. I think it goes without saying with anyone who watches basketball and has eyes. But he's only taken 9 shots in this game. He's been really efficient. Meanwhile, you see the leading shot takers for San Jose have taken 15 and 12. So need more shots from that young man in order for really this game to go the way Wyoming wants it to.
Agman trying to create space. Obi working one-on-one against Yap. Obi drives in off the glass, no good, rebounded by Davis. Not the shot that you're looking for. Agman trying to draw some contact, but good D by the Spartans.
And I think part of it is that he wasn't quite as aggressive in this half, so that shot's coming so late in the game, not in the flow that you would like to be in, but the more he takes, the more good things will happen, and the more he can create for his teammates.
Davis pushing off Magassa, nice pass. Aduje can't get the dunk, and maybe fouled from behind by Dante Allen.
Crowd does not like that call. They didn't see the foul. The replay will definitely have to show that picture. But what a pass by Davis to find his teammate up. Looks like Allen did swipe down on the dunk attempt. They didn't like the foul. Can't say that I blame them in a game as physical as this in such a crucial time period in the game. But you get caught ball watching, as we talk about so often in coaching circles. And that's how he was able to break free to get that open dunk attempt.
Looking to grow your brand through Wyoming athletics? Visit gowyo.com/sponsorship to learn more about Wyoming sports properties and sponsorship opportunities. Aduje hits both free throws, and it's a 10-point lead for the Spartans. Nesbitt bringing it up court. Nesbitt to his left. Can't find Henry. Errant pass. Aduje up. Slams it home. Doesn't miss this one.
Yeah, he's definitely not missing that one. Gives a look to the bench of like, hey, I came to play, and I came to slay, dominate the opponent, and he's done just that.
Agman step back jumper.
They came in to make history today so far. They're down 10, the Cowboys are, but the Spartans have never won here, as you mentioned. This will be a huge win for them. And again, they just had a really embarrassing loss. We talked about the Cowboys coming off a win against Air Force. San Jose comes off of a really, embarrassing, devastating type of outcome, and they are responding so well. And here you see, I talked about this young man playing defense too. There you see the defense leading to a dunk in transition. Emphatic.
29 points for Aduje. His career high is 33. He's 11 of 16 from the field.
I played some hoops in my day. My career high was never 33. I just want to let that be known. Not that anyone at home was concerned or curious.
Hey, but I think they were curious.
If you have a career high of 33 in Division I athletics, you can put the ball in the hole.
Absolutely. And Davis misses both free throws.
So free throws will be big, three-point shooting will be big, and just high-quality shots that you can connect on.
Three-pointer. Timeout, Wyoming.
Yep, big one right there, and you're in the bonus again. If you can get stops and get easy baskets, get trips to the foul line, you can get back in this game. You have to give a reason for this crowd to get behind you. Here you see Agbem. I say it so many times. When the ball's in his hands, good things can happen. Nesbitt connects on his second three, was left wide open and able to hit nothing but the bottom.
And you don't see it in that replay, but it's when Agbem passed it, he made the shooting motion telling Jordan, shoot that ball. Let it fly. And why not? He's got 17 points to lead all Cowboys scorers. He's 2 of 5 from three-point range. And you needed a big three-pointer like that.
Yeah, you just needed a big basket to give your team some life. San Jose's been on an believable run. They've made 8 of their last 8 field goals. Looks like they've taken the life out of your team. So when you can respond like that, you're only down 2 possessions. As ugly as it's been, now 3 possessions, 68. You're down 3 possessions. Have to be able to get some stops, but you are in the bonus. But if you keep letting them score every field goal every time they shoot it, that's not going to be a good recipe for a victory.
That young man wanted defense from the Cowboys. They go into a little full court pressure. Davis can run along the baseline, gets it in. Good pressure so far for the Cowboys. Agbem coming. And Washington fouled by Agbem.
Washington has not had a trip to the line today.
And he's only a 53% free throw shooter on the year. You wonder if part of the game plan for the Cowboys is make the Spartans earn it at the line, because they have not been great from the free throw line so far. As Agbem fouled Washington pretty early in the shot clock, and it looked like it was not just trying to steal the ball. And is there a lane violation? There was a lane violation from the Spartans. Spartans up by 8. Nesbitt brings it up court. 1:50 to go. Nesbitt driving in. Nesbitt tries to give it off to Henry. Stolen away. 3-on-1 for the Spartans. Here's Davis. Davis goes up, lays it in. Turnover turns into points.
Yeah, that'll be a part that Coach Wicks looks at this stat sheet and says we gave away too many turnovers for easy points.
Agbem has it deflected and brought down by Aduje.
9 of their last 9 field goals San Jose has made. Unbelievable to do on the road, especially against a good defensive team. And a lot of it has had to do with those turnovers.
Yap with 5 on the shot clock. Step back 3. Misses. Nesbitt grabs the board. 7th rebound for Nesbitt. Nesbitt brings it up court. Nesbitt has it poked away from behind, but a foul called. Aduje called for the foul. Cowboys love the clock stopping right now. Nesbitt. It's the first free throw.
Yeah, you're down 10. You have to, again, force turnovers, jump balls. You need some things to go your way. We've seen crazier things happen. They came back from a game against CSU last year with some heroics. There you see an offensive rebound. Great time for a kick-out 3.
Obi can't get it, and it's rebounded by Davis. Davis over to Aduje. 41 to play. Nesbitt against Aduje. Cowboys not fouling right now.
San Jose hasn't played a lot of guys in this game, but they have had, major contributions from a big 4 of Yap, Davis, Hall, and obviously the player of the game, Mr. Number 9 himself. Still getting used to players wearing number 9, but he has done it with a smile on his face as a cool, silent customer. Doesn't show a lot of emotion, but This is not the outcome that was expected, especially when we had such a close game for a large majority of the way. But San Jose was able to figure out how to get stops when it was needed, and they converted on the other end down the stretch of this game where they've made 9 of their last 10. And they have just really separated in the scoring column.
11-point lead. Agbem dribbling. Agbem pulls up, gets it to fall. 23 on the game clock. 9-point lead for the Spartans. Aduje will bring it up, and Magassa will foul. Magassa fouls out. 5 fouls for him. That's 7 points and 7 boards. You know, really overall solid showing for the freshman today, aside obviously from the 5 fouls, but he provided some energy, got some good experience, good playing time, and I think they'll be happy with the way that Magassa played.
Yeah, Magassa's got a bright future. He's definitely bought into bringing the juice as Coach Wicks and his staff value so much.
Agbem for 3, gets it. Oh, it's a 6-point game. They're going to look and see if he was on the line.
It's hard for me with Agbem because he's such a talented player. Here you see, probably doesn't get it off from 3. Might have been toe on the line. But
the last jump shot is under review
you don't want him
for a 2 to a 3.
Volume player, but you do want him to take more shots because he's 8 of 15. He's over 50% again in this game. And it's not his sole responsibility to do this, but because he's such a good scorer, you wish he could get more shot attempts up and even just more time to create in a game where he easily could have had the 29 points that you see from Uduje. But we got 12 seconds left, 10 seconds left, 0.8. Not a lot of time for Cowboys
The
fans
clock
at
has
home.
been reset to 11.1, and the last shot was a 2-point field goal. The shooter's foot was on the line.
So the foot was on the line. A 2-point shot for Obi Agbem. So it's a 7-point lead for the Spartans. Clock moves to 11.1 as opposed to 10.8. Cowboys still need a steal, some help. But you know, with Coach Sundance Wick's team, they're going to play to the last buzzer. Davis to inbound. He gets it in, and a quick foul. Yap will go to the line. Couple seconds run off. As it stands right now, Brian, the Spartans will move to 6-11 in conference play. Cowboys will drop to 5-12. And the Spartans, if they're able to hold on, will sweep the regular season series and snap a 4-game skip. We credit San Jose State. You talked about it was a tough, to say the least, loss against Utah State. No other way to put it. 105-57.
I mean, I was going to say, they almost lost by 50,
Yeah.
which is hard to do with college basketball. Obviously, you know, again, very good team. And sometimes it just goes like that. But to respond this way, to get a win they've never gotten in Laramie, got to give credit to Coach Miles, his club, and the way that they have stepped up and bounced back to get a much-needed W.
So the San Jose State Spartans 82,